Hello everybody, today I'm doing a quick video from here at home in my backyard, and it's going to be a quick video because the lantern that I've got to work on today is not going to require much work at all. So thanks for joining me, folks. Okay, the lantern I've got to work on today, which like I said is not going to require very much work at all, is this Paull's number 0. Whoever took it to the antique store already cleaned it up pretty good. Heck, the glass doesn't even really need cleaned. I'm probably not even going to bother with that out here today. But I am going to take it apart. The wick looks pretty bad. I don't know if you can see it through there, but the wick looks pretty bad, so we'll pull it out, see what the wick looks like, and pull the burner out, make sure everything works right, and then we'll put it all back together and give it a light up. This was the first Paull's lantern that I've ever had, and I didn't know much about it. There are some patent dates. Patent July 29th, 1890, patent June 30th, 1903. Up here in the top, I don't know if the camera will pick those up, but I just, by looking at it, I didn't think that it was actually that old. And these Paull's lanterns have some neat features about them. They have a Bakelite cap instead of a metal cap. That is the correct cap on there. And then the valve wheel is kind of a neat design with the little holes in it. Just something a little bit different about the Paull's lantern. So I got on the Tubular Lantern Facebook group and showed a couple pictures of it and asked a few questions, and one of the guys on there, who actually has a YouTube channel dedicated to mostly the lanterns and a little bit of other old antique stuff, but his channel's called Rayo Rob number 17, and he came back on here and gave me a whole lot of information about these Paull's lanterns, so I'm going to pass a little bit of that along. Those dates on the top, he says, were from when they patented the smoke bell design on here, so they definitely were not the patent dates for this particular lantern, which I figured by looking at this. I thought it was at least the 1920s. Well, he said that the ones that have the compass design, which is what they call these little raised points, kind of like the points on a compass on there, date from the 30s and 40s. So I'm guessing that this lantern is from the 1930s or 40s. I guess while I'm talking, I can start pulling it apart here. He also said that these were stamped out by the Wheeling Stamping Company, which was formerly known as the Nail City Lantern and Stamping Company. And a fellow by the name of A.W. Paull was the president of the Nail City where was it there? Nail City Lantern and Stamping Company. And that's where the Paull's name for these came from. So that was pretty neat. Some neat information to have a little bit of background about the lantern. If I had my water going out here in summertime, I'd go ahead and scrub that glass, but it's winter and the water out here is shut off, so the glass is gonna just stay the way it is for right now. But I am gonna go ahead, pull the burner out and check it out. Oh yeah, that wick is shot. There's almost no wick there, and it all looks like it's burned up. I don't know what the deal is with that. I have never seen a wick like that. Maybe that's not even regular wick. Maybe that's somebody's homemade cloth made into a wick or something, because I have never seen one like that. But the burner's clean. I can see daylight through all the air holes in it. There's a little bit of debris in there, but it's not down in the tank, it's in the hollow air space where the air tubes come down to the tank. Cap's not stuck. I'm pretty sure I knew that already. I think I do know I had the cap off of this. Uh-oh. Flashlight's not working. Must have been turned on in my pocket and ran all the power out of the battery. But I did pull the cap off of this because this was I bought this the same time and place that I bought the 2 red lens lanterns that I did a video on, where I kept pulling all the wicks out of the fount. So I remember that I opened this one up and looked to see if there was additional wicks down in the fount of this one, but there's not. I've got new wick material here. That I bought off of Amazon. I got these rolls of wick material, so I need to figure out which size I need for this lantern. Looks like it could be wider than that. I don't know. I don't know if this wick will fit in there. It seems a little bit too wide, but we'll cut a piece of it off and get a good, fresh, crisp cut on the end of it and see if it'll fit in there then. Well, I don't know. That wick definitely is too wide to go in there. I tried getting it fished in there and it is just too wide. The next size narrow I've got is a fair amount narrower, but it will at least go in there and feed through. So for the sake of getting the lantern going for this video, I'm going to use the smaller wick, and then I'll have to see if there's a intermediate size in between there that I can buy and get the correct size for this. But for right now, we're going to continue on and see if we can get this thing to go. It'll burn with the wick that's slightly narrower than the one that it's supposed to have. Fill her up with kerosene. And then the trick that I do, if I'm not going to want to wait a long time for this wick to soak up, I got a string on here. I'm going to singe the strings off the edge of that real quick. But what I do if I don't want to wait for the wick to soak up for a long time is just stick that end of it down in there, pull it back out, and then feed that end up from the bottom through the burner here. Get it fed up in there where the wick wheel can grab it. There we go. I think once it's fed through there, it'll work just fine. But this wick frays very easily. The ends of it come unfrayed super easy. I'm just generally not crazy about it. But like I said, for the sake of getting this video made, it definitely will work well enough to see if the lantern's going to burn And then I'll do some more research and figure out what size wick there is that's in between the two sizes that I've got, and I will get some of that ordered and replace it with a proper size wick. Put my Bakelite fuel cap back on there. I ended up making this video today because I've been sick all week. My wife and I both have been sick all week. We both had tested positive for COVID. Somehow I avoided that for 4 years before I finally came down with it. So that means I have been staying home and away from other people, and I'm not going to go out to my dad's to record a video out there and end up giving it to him. So that's why I decided. I've had this lantern for a few months now and just never got around to doing anything with it. So I thought, well, I gotta have something for a video for this week, so why don't I grab that Paull's lantern out of the rafters of the garage, and we'll see if we can get that to work. My lighter junk, yeah, it's lighting but not very good. There it goes. Lantern's not wanting to stay going. Let's crank the wick up a little higher until we get it lit, and then we can crank it back down. The lift mechanism works really nice and smooth on this. There we go. There we go. That's burning a pretty nice little flame. The Paull's number 0 from the 1930s. I'm gonna leave it going. We'll come back out. Let's see, what time is it now? It's only 1:03 in the afternoon. So I'm just gonna let it sit out here and burn, and we will come back out this evening after it gets dark and check on it. Well, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I was not happy with the way that was burning with that wick in there, so I borrowed the wick out of the red lensed CT ham that was in the video that I just kept pulling more and more wicks out of the founts of those two lanterns. So I'll get one of those wicks next time I'm out at my dad's to put back in the CT ham and leave this wick in here. It's burning a lot better with this one. We'll check in on it again after it gets good and dark tonight. The old Paull's is sitting out here burning nice. I do believe I will leave it set right there, let it go all night tonight, but this will be the end of the video because I got to get this video put together and it'll be posted at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already done so, please consider hitting the like and the subscribe button, and then come on back next week. We'll have a video of something here for you to watch. Actually, come on back next week. We'll have the video I intended to have this week here for you to watch. Thanks for watching.